Hi everyone, welcome tonight. And today we are having a very interesting topic, which is critical, especially at this time of the year. Today is the first day of the month, it's also the fourth day of the year. A lot of people are setting their goals. But tonight, whether you've set your goal or you are still trying to figure it out, we'll have it together and you will enjoy your goals starting from today, and you won't even be able to live a day without it. So let's get to it. Actionable goal setting for 2026. 2026. I'm excited about tonight. I want to say welcome again, and the fact that you are here, it shows that you are already taking the right first step towards creating a purposeful 2026. It is not enough to pray and wish that the year goes well. Everything requires your plan, it requires your effort. And the beautiful part of this is that when I was researching about it, I found out that 3% of people on the internet actually set their goals each year. You are part of those groups right now. The fact that you are here, you are part of those groups. And now, the most important part of it is that 1% of the population write down their goals. Many people have their goals in their head. They trust their brain so much that they really don't count it worthy enough to write down their goals. But the 1%, the top 1% write down their goals. So if you are here already and you want to spend the few minutes with me here, you will be part of those 1%, and I welcome you today. So, I want you to know that how you set your goals matter. There is a research that showed that there's a big correlation between goal setting and individual success, which means that we could have 10 people having the same goal, and we just leave them on their own, that, oh, all of you have the same goal, just go and execute. There will be differences in individual success, and if we research and ask them questions, we would see that how each of them set their goals differs, which play a critical role in their success. So your goals needs to be clear, it has to be realistic, and it needs to be process oriented. It matters for seeing positive outcomes, and your goal needs to be practical. Another thing I want you to know about goal setting is that it is very individual based. It isn't a collective effort. It becomes a collective effort if it is an association goal setting exercise or a community. Yes, it can be a collective effort. But in this case, where we are talking about personal goal setting, it is limited to you alone. You understand yourself better. And even if you are a twin, you can't have the same goal as your twin brother or twin sister. And that is why it's important that your goal is highly practical. Your goal needs to start with you identifying your needs. As human, our needs change, and that is why every year it has become a culture that, oh, everyone is saying new year, new me, new year, new resolution. It isn't just an activity. Whilst for some people it can be an activity, but for you that you are watching this video right now, it is a major effort in your life to make the year count. And it has to start with you identifying your needs, your current need. For 2026, what is your current need? What do you want to achieve? It has to start with you setting actionable goals. When you've done that, you need to have timelines. And this is where a lot of people make the most mistake. They set the goals, oh, this is what I want to achieve, but they do not assign a particular time to when they want to have it executed. Timeline is important. In life, deadline helps us to work and prioritize things, even out of, oh, I do not have time, I'm always busy. But the moment you see deadline, there's a way your brain switch, and then you just have the energy to get that activity done. Likewise, your goal needs timelines. And most importantly is having support systems, building systems. It doesn't matter how big or small your goal is, if you don't have the right system in place, you might struggle to execute. Even if your goal is just reading, oh, I want to make sure that I read this year. If you don't have the right system in place, you might still try to read maybe two or three, and by the time you get to June, you've lost the energy. For that, I'm a book lover. I love reading. That is why I have an accountability group to help some of my friends to stick to their goal for reading. If you are interested, you can join our group. It's open to anyone as well. So let's move on. Why do we need to set goals? Why? See, we need to be very specific. Why do we need to set goals? Number one, it helps you to focus. It helps you to streamline your attention such that even when everybody is talking about, oh, I need to grow in my career, you have a very clear focus. It isn't just about career growth now for you. It's about a very specific aspect of your career. For instance, if building a strong personal brand is part of your goal, right? Building a strong personal brand on Instagram is one of your goals, and somebody is talking to you about building your personal brand on YouTube, while it's still about personal brand, it won't get your attention. And that is because yours is about Instagram. And you see the difference. While it's still about personal brand, but it isn't highly focused on yours. Having a goal set helps you to focus. Secondly is motivation. Setting your goals motivate you. At least it gives you that motivation to start. And this is how it happens. During your goal setting exercise, a lot of things happen. Your brain is at work, your mind is at work, your hand is at work, and you are imagining. As you are writing, as you are reflecting, you are having images, you are having mental notes, you are seeing the outcome of your goals. And that way, seeing you achieving this helps, it builds that emotional rush that, oh, if I'm able to stick to this is what I want to achieve. This looks beautiful. You have the image already, and that way you are motivated to start. And by the time you start, you are moving towards it. That motivation helps you to stay through. Another reason why you need to set your goal is it serves as a roadmap for achievement. A roadmap for achievement. And this is how it plays out. I'll be using a scenario of this popular statement that a journey of 1,000 miles starts with a step. It starts with a tiny step. So when we are talking about 1,000 miles, at the end of that 1,000 miles is a success, is an end point called success. But if you don't take the step, you won't get to that end point. But you need a map to get to that end point. So your goal, well set, is like a roadmap to that end point of success or achievement. Number four, it serves as a path to intentional living. I mentioned the other time that personal goal is individual based. Personal goal is individual based. And when you are so specific about what you want to achieve, it helps you to live intentionally. You are not just living based on someone else's routine or someone else's dictation. You know that, oh, this is the time for me to build my personal brand. This is the time for me to grow in my career. Then when someone is trying to talk you out of that. You know what you want to achieve. That way, you are very intentional about every step you take towards achieving that. If your goal is, building a healthy lifestyle, you know that there's a step you need to take every day. For someone that does not have that in their goal, they might not be doing that and you won't be bothered. But if that is for you, you'll be highly intentional, you'll be focused, motivated, and you have that roadmap for achieving it. And lastly, why you need to set your goals is that it helps you to have the right direction for prayer. You won't just be praying for, everyone says it, oh, God help me, God help me. But the truth is that it's very good specific prayer. So for example, if your one of your goals is to increase your customer base, you want to move from 50 customers per month to 500 customers per month. When you are praying, you won't just say, God help me. You already know where exactly you need God's help. What should God do for you? You will be able to pray specifically, God, I need this to help me to do this, to do that. These are the reasons why you need to set your goals. So now let's get to it. This is the actual exercise that we want to do. Every other things that we just did, they were just the foundation to help us get started. This is the time for us to reflect and prepare our mindset. Oh, so I want you to grab your journal and the pen. You need your journal and the pen. You are not just learning right now, you are also acting out. We want to set it. It's a practical moment. Just joining. If you are just joining, welcome. Please let me know in the comment section if you can hear me. We started a few minutes ago about goal setting. So please let me know. Let me know. I want us to interact in the comment section so I can know that, oh, you are here. And if you have any question, please also drop it in the comment section. So we are setting our goals, our personal goals. We need our pen and the journal. And I also want to know, can you see my screen? If you can see my screen, let me know. Can you see my screen? Because we really want to start the exercise right now. We are getting to the practical aspects of our goal setting. And this is what will help us to have a different year, because every day is the same. Every month, every minute is the same. Every year is the same. But what makes the year different is how you plan to spend it. Is different activity or different action you plan to take for that year. So let me know if you can see, then we can move on with our exercise. So if you are just joining us, please grab your journal and a pen. Let me know in the comments. If you've done so, let me know if you have grabbed your pen. Okay, thank you. You can see. Have you grabbed your pen and journal? If you have grabbed your pen and journal, please comment pen and journal so I can know before we move on. I don't want us to just keep on talking. I want everybody to take part in this, and then you will leave this meeting or this event with everything you need to focus in 2026. Thank you. Now let's move on. You have your pen, you have your journal, right? So I want you to pause and reflect for a moment. I want you to consider this like a me time, a personal time with yourself, a time that you will look back in the next 1 or 5 years and say, well done to yourself. So avoid distractions, avoid anything that is trying to buy your attention right now. So ask yourself, why is this moment important for you? I mean, why is this meeting, this goal setting moment that we are having, why is it important to you? Answer that question. reflect, and think deeply. Now we are at the core question that will guide everything we'll be doing in this activity. What kind of life do you want? I want you to think, what kind of life do you want? And I will paint a scenario with you now. You know, if you want to build any house, you need to first determine, oh, what kind of house do we want to build? And why are you asking that question? Because if you don't know the kind of house to build, you want to build, you won't know the kind of foundation to lay. You won't know the kind of resources you need. And you won't even know your budgets. And that is why, as an individual that is setting his or her goal, you need to understand the kind of life you want, not just in 2026 now. I mean, overall, what kind of life do you want? All right. So I will give you 1 minute, 1 minute, and I'll be using a stopwatch for us so that you won't be left out, and then you have enough time to think as you need, right? So let's start. Vision shapes your actions. What kind of life do you want? Be very specific. Detail it out such that even when you are reading it, you're already feeling the emotion that, oh, this is the kind of life that I want. Write it down. So I will start the timer now. I'll start the timer. 1 minute for us, please. 1 minute, 1 minute, and it starts now. I'm setting the timer. It's counting already. Hmm? Okay. What kind of life do you want? Few seconds to go. You have all the time right now. All the time. What kind of life do you want? Be very specific about it. Paint it. Use words to paint the kind of life, because this is the foundation for everything we have. And my timer is already sounding. Time up. So you are done with the question. You've painted the kind of life that you want. Kudos to you. So let's get to the next activity. I said it the other time that this is like we want to build, and we can't build rightly without knowing the kind of structure, the kind of building we want to achieve. Oh, is it a skyscraper we are building? Is it a bungalow? Is it duplex? And why do we need to know all of these things? We need it so that we can know the kind of resources we need, so that we can know the kind of foundation to lay, so that we can know the kind of expertise we need to talk to, the kind of experts rather we need to talk to. So let's get to the next activity. Avoid distractions and go deeper. I'm sure you've done this already. You've already visualized your success. You've already seen the image of where you are going to. Now, let's build a roadmap that will lead us to that success endpoint. Number one, we need to structure your goals. We need to structure your goals. If the kind of lifestyle you want, oh, what do I want out of life? I want a life that is full of freedom, where I don't have to be restricted to one kind of job. I want a life whereby I can travel around different countries and all. You know, if that is the kind of life that I want, then I need to build some blocks that would lead me to that kind of structure. And that is why we are here. We want to structure your goals right now. And when it comes to structuring your goals, we need to think in sections, because our life is in sections. Our lives are in categories. It doesn't matter the kind of life that you want. Everybody, everybody rests on these categories. So let's structure it. In your notebook or journal, right? I want to believe you're all following me. Okay. So in your notebook, right, I want to have columns for different life categories. As you can see on the screen, you have a column for education, career, finance, spiritual, relationships, or whatever, community, or any other thing that you think are important category for your life. This is where everybody starts from. I'm still using an example of a building right now. For a building, you would need block, you would need water, you need different things. So we also, these are the building blocks that shape our life. And there's something I want you to know, that health and education, oh my god, they are placeholders for our lives. Like, they are vital foundations. They are the bedrock on which every other thing rests on: your health and education. So before you start setting any kind of goal, these two things need to take the front seat. And this is why your health, you need to be in sound health. You need your, so that your body can be in good shape for you to embody that goodness that you are thinking about. And education as well. Education is critical because that is where your mind um its source. That is what empowers your mind. You need your mind to be able to achieve anything. You need your mind to be in sound health for you to break barriers. So now you can see how your health and education categories of your life are the vital foundations. If you have the right mindset, you have, like, you can shatter mountains, you can speak anywhere, but your health is taking the back seat. How will that happen? And also, if you are in sound health, your body is in good shape, you have the nicest body shape ever, but your mindset is just whack. You can't dare big dream. That's how so many people are stuck today. If you see today, many people are in sound health, but their mind is sick. And this is why I said that your health and your education, they need to take the front seat. As you're taking care of your body, you need to take care of your mind. And this is where generally, I think in generally, we make a mistake by thinking that education should be restricted to the four walls of classroom alone. So the moment everybody finishes their BSc or masters, they have left everything concerning education behind. They think education is just by reading to pass. No. To succeed in the marketplace, there's a kind of education that we need. So many people do not have that education, and that is why people often struggle with soft skills like communication, confidence, all those skills that you need to be audacious. But when your mind is well educated, when your mind is educated, you can do anything. You can dream big and achieve it. So, with that said, I know that I've digressed, but I needed to say it so that every other thing we want to build won't be affected. Your health and your education needs to be in. So for our goals, we are starting by setting our goals there. We don't want our health to fail us, even when our mind is in right standing, and we don't want our mind to fail us, even when our body is in the right shape, right? So let's move on now. We are starting with our health and self-care goals. I group them, right? Now, this hearing me, okay? If you can hear me, please let me know in the comment section, so I don't know I'm not so I can know that I'm not talking to myself alone. Now, your health. we need to start with the basic. What are the basics of our health? What are the things required for us on a normal day that we should be doing to stay sound? I know a lot of us might know Aproko doctor. He has been doing a very great job in educating us about what we need to do and what we need not to do to maintain our health, our wellness. For example, drinking enough water. I think for an adult is required to drink maybe between 4 to 6 cups of water in a day, or liters, I'm not sure. So that should be, we need to have that as the basics. It needs to be there. Oh, this last year I think I didn't drink enough water, this year I should do better, because if we are skipping these things, they will catch up later with us, and we don't want that to happen in the future, right? Another thing you need to set is exercise. How my body needs to be moving every time. I need to be active. So what will I be doing to be active? Nutrition, mindful nutrition, you need to also add it to your goals. All these things are very critical. For those that are just joining, other time that I was, that it helps us to live intentionally. Imagine, so many people don't even set health goals, they just do it, and that is why people eat anyhow. Imagine you already set your health goals, that, oh, I want to be mindful about my nutrition, or I want to make sure that my body is active. Such a person will be intentionally doing exercise. People might be asking, you're always running every day, who is pursuing you? It isn't like that. The person is intentional about what they want to achieve as regards their health. That is why. So we start with the basics before moving to advanced. And when I say advanced health goals, maybe you have a particular health challenge that needs attention, and now you are adding it to your goal for 2026, that, oh, this particular health challenge that I have, what will I do to alleviate this, the symptoms or whatever the health my. So it's important to add that. Once you are done, I've already mentioned all of these: hydration, drinking enough water. These are the basics of healthcare that we need to add to our goals. It's very important. Will you be squatting? And now, when you are setting it, you need to be very specific. What exactly about your health will you be doing? And just work towards that. Okay. So I'm giving us 1 minute to set our health and self-care goals for 2026. What will it look like for you? What will it look like? What are the things you are doing to make sure that you are healthy and your mind is sound? 1 minute, I'll be setting my timer now. Can you hear me? Please let me know. Okay, thank you. Somebody has already confirmed that they can hear me, right? So let's move on. If you've set your health goal, let me know so I can move on. I don't want to rush us, please. Thank you. I don't want to rush us. Have you set your health goals? It doesn't need to be complicated. It can be as basic as meeting up with the required daily water drinking count. Oh, I'll be drinking 6 to 8 liters of water, just put it there, because if you don't set it, it won't be achieved. Thank you. Now let's move on to our career and financial reflection. We want to set that. This is where most people spend the most time. And if you started with us, I mentioned our health and education as a vital bedrock for every other thing we want to plan out. So I don't want to repeat myself. Our career and financial reflection. So now we want to reflect and evaluate your professional path. How has it been like? What is your current status? If you are just joining us, welcome. We are having a series of reflection. This will be a series of questioning until you have a very detailed goal. Now we are at the career section. What is your current status? Assess where you are standing right now. What kind of skill do you need to acquire right now? What kind of skill is becoming popular in your career that you need to get? So because it's not enough to just say I want to grow in my career. These are the things you need to be very specific on, and we are doing that right now. We are asking the right questions so that our goal will be as specific and practical as possible. What are you doing in your career specifically? Are you gathering new skills? Is there any skill that is becoming dominant in your field or your industry? Are you gathering any skill related? Are you going for networking opportunities? What are you doing? So I will give us another 1 minute to reflect and have it written in our notebook. What are you doing in your career this year, 2026? So it's not just about, oh, I want to grow in my career. No, that's too vague. It's too general. When it is too broad, that is where not achieving it start from. But when it is very specific, oh, in my field, I noticed that AI is becoming the main thing. I think I need to also learn about AI automation related to my own career. Not that somebody will be teaching general AI automation and I will go for it. No, it doesn't align with my goal. So this is your time to think. A few seconds to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, time up. So I want to believe we already have that cleared out in our notebook. Now we are moving on to the financial category. We've set goals for health and self-care. We've set goals for our career. Now let's move on to the financial. This is the most interesting part to a lot of people. Oh, I want to earn more money this year. I want to do that. All those are good goals, but they are not unique enough. They are not specific enough. Oh, if you say that you want to earn more money, everybody wants to do that. But what makes yours different? So now let's start asking the right questions right now. The first thing is that you need to identify how much specifically do you want to earn this year. How much specifically? Oh, per month, this is how much I want to be earning. That needs to be in your notebook. You need to be able to visualize it. Let your brain process it that, oh, assuming you were earning 30K per month, per year. Oh, sorry, assuming you were earning 30K per month before, and this year you are like, oh, I want to start earning 100K this year, 100K per month this year. Write it down. Now the next thing you need to do is that, what do I need to do to start to be able to reach this? What do I need to do to be able to achieve this, to move from 30 to 100 per month? So for example, now if there is still opportunity in your job whereby they can pay you up to that 100K in your company, what that means is that you need to gather the right skill sets. If it is possible that, oh, within so amount of time, if you are able to gather some professional courses or some things related to your company, it's possible that your salary would increase. Then that would enter your goal setting paper. Though, well, I need to do this, I need to do that. But if it is not possible, It might be that you need to change your job. It might be that you need to start thinking of side hustles that you need to do to achieve your goals. Now you can see the difference between I want to earn more money and what we are actually doing right now, because what we are doing is driving ourselves towards specificity to make our goals very realistic and not just something that is good on paper or in our brain. We want to visualize it. Okay, once you've done that, how will you track your progress? How will you track your progress? You need to answer that. Oh, what are the how will I know that I've achieved this? It should be part of what you have in your goal setting. So I'll give us another 1 minute to help us have that financial clarity, because I understand that for every person the case is different, but I'm just guiding us through so that we move from those big broad goals to a highly specific one that matches our lifestyle. So my timer is set again. It's counting. If you are enjoying this session, please let me know. Drop your comments. Let me know. So the timer is counting. And this is your time to be very specific about your financial goal. It's not just that I want to earn more money this year. If that is the kind of goal you have, you will just see that you even don't have the motivation to start working towards it. You will find out that you already are November or December and there's really nothing to show for it. 20 seconds to go. Then we'll move on to the next category. Thank you everyone for being here tonight. I'm so excited to share this with you. Super excited tonight. Okay, let's move to the next category. Time up. Yeah, I mentioned education the other time for people that are just joining us, that education and health should be the first two things we would first address in our goal setting. Education is critical because our mind needs to keep growing so that it can contain the boldness or every energy required to pursue our dreams. This is where most people get stuck. Oh, I struggle with speaking in public. It's because you've not educated your mind enough to contain that vision. But by the time you start educating your mind, you are reading books, you are watching videos related to public speaking. Before you know it, give it time, and you are intentionally practicing it, you will find yourself acting that out. And that is where lifelong learning, which is education, comes in. Education doesn't mean to be in school alone. Education should be a continuous process. So you should have it planned every year. And now you might be like, what do I even need to start learning? You have it. It's just that you've not thought about it. And this is it. Think about, what are you struggling with currently? This is another moment for you to reflect. What are you struggling with? What is that thing that you want to do, but it's difficult? Let me give you an example. You might feel like, oh, I want to start sharing knowledge like I'm doing right now, but it's difficult for you. You may want to stack 2 to 3 sentences together and it feels like they are not coming, or you just go blank. after 2 or 3 minutes of talking, then it's already showing that you need to build your communication skill, and education will fix that. You don't need to start running after masters or another BSc to fix that. You can get books. There are books that are highly specific to things like that. For example, I have a book here. It's for effective public speaking. So if maybe I want to build my public speaking skill, it's a good book for me to read. You can even go to YouTube. When you get to YouTube, you are not just looking for anything. You are typing how to improve my public speaking. You are intentional. You are downloading audio podcasts that are related to what you need. Now you see the difference about somebody that sets his or her goal and somebody that doesn't set his or her goal. Education needs to be there. What are you struggling with? What are the things you want to fix? Or is it that you want to start a new business but you feel like the boldness is not there yet, or you don't know how to price, you don't know how to set your pricing, you don't know how to define your customers? See, when you are educated, when your mind gets educated on that business skills, you'll be able to do it, you'll be able to achieve it. Even if it is confidence that you are struggling with, education will fix that. Your mind will grow to that level to contain it. So another 1 minute for you. Think about what you are struggling with right now. It could be in your career, it could be just in life, or things that you are growing to learn about and you are struggling with it. That should be what you need to learn. That should be what you need to start working towards learning. Oh, I want to be a content creator, and you are still feeling cringy or somehow. There are books that you can read that would lift off that feeling, and then you will see yourself as the content creator you want to be. Learning does not stop. It has to be life. That is what it means when people say lifelong learning. Every day we learn. We are always growing. Even economists say it that human needs are insatiable. So the more you have new needs, you will feel incapable. And when you feel incapable, that doesn't mean you shouldn't go for it. It just open a gap of learning that, oh, you are nervous, you are feeling like I can't do it. There's nothing like I can't do it. If you educate your mind enough, if your mind is strong enough to contain that, you will find yourself doing it. So I want to believe we've already set our goals. I don't want us to spend so much time here. Let's move to the next one. We've already answered this. What are you struggling with? What do you need to learn better? Then to the next one, your spiritual life. I've mentioned it earlier that personal goal setting is always an individual thing. It is never a corporate effort. It's never a corporate effort. It is specific to you. For your spiritual goals, what do you want to achieve this year? If you don't set it, it won't happen. Some of us at the beginning of the year, oh, I want to move closer to God. How does moving closer to God look like for you? Is it about, oh, I'll be praying every day for 5 minutes every day? Is it that, oh, when I wake up in the morning, the first thing I will do, I'm a Christian, is that I will read my Bible for 5 minutes? So if that is my goal, then I have to set systems earlier on. For some people that has just joined in, I mentioned that creating support systems that enhance your goal is important. You need to have that support system. So if I have a goal that when I wake up in the morning I will read my Bible, that means that my Bible should be next my bed when I sleep, so that when I wake up, that's the first thing I will carry, not my phone. So it will be a sign of failure that I set a goal to read my Bible when I wake up in the morning, and my Bible is not even close to me. It is my phone that I have close to me. So now you see the difference of setting your goals and not even setting it at all. What does spiritual growth look like for you? What are the things you want to do? What do you need to do? How do you need to do it? When? As you are setting your goals, mention when and what you need to do so that it is easy for you to achieve it. Okay. Now, for other categories, I know that we have different categories, but because of our time, I stopped at spiritual. So for every other categories that we have that we haven't touched tonight, I want you to go back and spend enough time on it. Like for example, relationships, we didn't mention relationships, maybe in your sphere of influence or your family, your friends. What are the things you want to do regarding your relationship? Are there some relationships you need to grow? Are there some relationships you need to cut off? Are there some relationships that you need that are critical to your growth? Now, what do you need to do? So, as you are setting your goals, answer the what you need to do, when you need to do it, and how you need to do it, and how it looks like when it is done. So, finally, we are heading towards the end of this session. Now, this is very critical, my brothers and sisters. Build a reward system for your achievements. Build a reward system. It doesn't matter what you set, because setting goals, it requires effort. Now you can see the number of time we are spending on setting goals alone. Achieving it, it takes time. So the fact that you are able to achieve a goal, you need to reward your system. You need to reward yourself. And why do you need to reward yourself? Our brain needs motivation. When you achieve something and you reward yourself, it sends a signal to your brain. Just like children, little children, it's just that because we are adults, we think it's not needed. It is needed. The principle still works. For children, if they do something and they will clap so person, you will see how happy they would be. And the next time you need somebody to help you with another thing, that same child will be so happy. So, oh, me. That's because of the motivation. Now imagine that you talk down that child. Will the child feel motivated to even want to help you out? No, it's because you've killed the morale. So also for adults, we need to pamper ourselves. So when you achieve a goal, maybe you set a goal and you achieve it, build a reward system for it. For example, now, if reading is part of your goal, like our education is important, if reading is part of your goal, what is the reward system you want to build so that you can achieve that reading? Because it's not easy. So your reward system could be like, oh, if I finish reading this book, I may reward myself with a cozy movie night. If that's achievable for you, that doesn't mean that you should use this. Think about your lifestyle. What are the things that maybe you need something but you don't want to buy that thing? You can use that thing as a reward system for one of your goals. Maybe you want to buy you just want to buy a lamp stand. You really don't need it, but it's just like an aesthetic you can have in your house. You can use that as a reward system towards your reading stuff or anything that you want to achieve. Or you can even be, I will award myself as the reader of the month. Imagine awarding yourself as the reader of the month, and you just maybe you change your wallpaper to reader of the month. Seeing it communicates something to your brain. You might see it as a little effort, but it counts. Everything, it counts. So it can be anything. Another one that you could do is you can use it as a saving reward. Maybe, oh, if I'm able to complete this book this month, I'm saving so amount. Then at the end of the year, I will use this so amount to do this so thing. Now you see how it looks like. You are rewarding yourself. Merely reading a book, you are helping your mind to grow. And the reward system you are building, maybe you say, oh, if I complete a book, I will save 20,000 for every book I complete. Imagine you are able to complete 5 books. 20,000 times 5, that's how much? And at the end of the year, you now use that money to buy something that you love. Now tell me how next year you won't even want to read books again. Now you see how little steps count towards you building a meaningful and consistent lifestyle. Good. Another one is that maybe for exercise, you've set a goal that, oh, you want to be exercising and all of that. If I'm able to do my 20 squats every day, and I'm able to do it for the first 6 months of the year, I will do this for myself, I will do that for myself. That is how reward system can look like for you, depending on your lifestyle. Please make sure it is very specific to your lifestyle. What are the things that you think will motivate you to want to do more? Use them as your reward system, and you will see yourself, being consistent on your goals. And what else do we have here? And my final note to you: your 2026 starts with intention today. Everything we've done today, they are very important. If you think you've missed out on anything, you can go back to the video and watch them and make intentional decision. And to help us, I have two things for us, because I said that we'll be having freebies. I have two things. I have a goal setting template that everything you need to just fill in are there, that you can grab. Let me look for, if you are interested, I will drop the link in the comment. It is free. You can grab the goal setting template. Let me share the link in the comment for you. Okay, so this is the freebie that I have for you, a goal setting template. It has all the boxes you just need to fill in for yourself, and that's all. And the second freebie that I have for anyone that is here is that I have a reading club. So if reading or educating your mind is your goal, then you are free to join a WhatsApp group, because sometimes we set goals, especially reading. People struggle with reading, but if you are in the right environment, you find yourself reading. And we've already picked a book for this month that we want to read. If you are interested, I would love to have you in our meeting. And that is all for today. Every step, you see, 2026 has already started now. Today was even fast, very, very fast. And before you know it, you will see January 30, and you'll be asking yourself, ha, what have I done? What the things I said I would achieve? I've not even started. I've not even started at all. Or excuse me, start today. Don't wait for, oh, I'll start on Monday. Monday is the new day, a new week. Start today. Whatever you say you want to achieve, start planning them today, and you can go back to the exercise we've already had in this section. And that is all. I'm so happy to have everyone here. So if you have any question for me, please drop it in the comment section so that I can address them before we round up the meeting. I want to say thanks for listening once again. I'm super excited to have every one of you here tonight, and I really look forward to doing this more and more. So, any question for me? I'm here for you in the next couple of minutes. Any question? Any question? Any question for me before we wrap it up for today? If you have any question, I'm still here. Does anyone have any question before we go? Please, if you have question, drop it in the comments before we say good night to ourselves. Okay. It seems there's no question from anyone, and I believe we've already set our goals. If you want to join our WhatsApp community, I'll drop it in the description so that you can join my accountability community where learning and growing our mindset is so critical. There's nothing you can achieve in this world without your mind being in the right shape and your body. And you see why your health and your mind are so critical for your growth. You need to be intentional about taking care of them. And I'm very passionate about helping myself and everyone around me to achieve that. So if you are looking for that kind of accountability group, we'll be happy and we'll be honored to have you. And with that said, I will be saying good night to everyone. We'll be catching up some other time. Bye bye. If you have any comments, let me know before I go. I have a feeling that somebody has a comment. Oh, okay. Somebody said she has downloaded her goal setting action plan. That's so good. That's so good. I'm happy to share. All right. Without any other thing left, bye bye. Have a fruitful year and a blessed year.